Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm sharing my February favorites. It is almost the end of the month, so I thought I would sit down and talk about the products I've been using this month. Some of these are things I've been testing out for a few months. In January, I did test out a lot of products. So in February, I didn't add too many new products to my collection. There are a few new releases, but a lot of these are products I've been using for at least a few months at this point. I guess I kind of have a mix of things, including some product updates for you, but I actually don't have any fails, which is kind of crazy. Usually I at least have a few. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. By the way, thank you so much for all of your kind comments on my Instagram post. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I got to announce that I am actually part of the Ulta Beauty Collective for 2021. And you guys were so sweet and so kind. Your excitement honestly made my day. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram and you missed my announcement, I am one of 25 people that gets to be part of their collective this year. This is actually the second year they're doing it. And basically they chose 25 of us to work with this year. So we'll be featuring new product releases, Ulta Beauty events, and just creating content on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And I'm so excited. It is a dream come true to be able to work with Ulta Beauty. That is my favorite company when it comes to like where I like to go to buy beauty products. And on top of that, the group is so amazing. There are so many gorgeous, unique individuals that make up the group, and I'm just honored to be included. So thank you guys for your kind words. So anyway, that is pretty much the highlight of my month. It was a very rough month in the beginning because we did lose our little pug Coco. So that just kind of came as like, I guess, a mood booster because I did get the information right around the same time and my emotions have been all over the place this month. So anyway, today I just wanted to sit down and talk about some beauty products with you, share things that made me happy because I feel like now more than ever, I'm just looking for the small things in life that make me happy, and makeup is definitely one of those. So the first product I want to talk about is something that I can't put down. I've been wearing it in almost every single one of my videos during the month of February, and that is the Urban Decay Naked Wild West palette. So I did do a full review on this, including two different looks, a very easy warm toned look and then something a little bit cooler, somewhat similar to what I'm wearing today, but instead of the gold, I used the silver. And I just love this palette. I did not expect to like this as much as I do. I've kind of been on a neutral kick for probably the past year. So this palette has been perfect for me because it is a mainly neutral palette, but it does have a few pops of color. But what I love about this palette is you can do so much with just this one palette. And I didn't expect to be able to get so many color combinations and so many different looks out of this palette, but I've really been able to create just so much with it. And I just have fun. I get excited when I get to use it. So this palette is a mainly warm toned neutral palette, but there are some cooler tones, a few pops of color, and I just feel like it flows really well. In my review, I did stick within the color families for the two looks. So for the first look, it was a warm toned golden look. The second look was cooler toned, but for today, I kind of combined a few of the warm tones and cooler tones. Overall, it did turn out a little bit cooler, but I don't know. It's such a simple palette, but it's just a lot of fun. And I feel like this is going to be practical for a lot of people because not everyone wants a super colorful palette, a super vibrant palette. Some people just want like basic staple neutrals that perform well with a few pops of color. And I feel like this palette just kind of brings it back to the basics. I think this is one of Urban Decay's best palettes in terms of quality. The matte shadows blend out so well. There are a few deeper shades that are super rich and intense that you can use to darken up the look. And the metallics are so shimmery and gorgeous on the eyes. So I think that this is such a great option. I'm not saying everyone needs it because there is a chance you could duplicate a lot of these colors with other eyeshadows in your collection, but I am saying it is one of my favorites. I haven't been able to put it down this month. So one of my favorite looks to do with this palette is like the pop of color on the lower lash line like I'm wearing today. I've worn this in quite a few of my recent videos and I just think it's fun. It's something a little bit different for me. So along with this like pretty bright blue metallic shadow on the lower lash line, I've been using the Too Faced Killer Liner in the shade Killer Turquoise. I have talked about these eyeliners in a few other videos. It's funny because when I first tried them, I didn't think I was going to like them. They feel a little bit less creamy than other liners like the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencils, but they stay in place so well. These last on my waterline way better than any other eyeliner that I've tried, and I have very, very watery eyes. So within a few hours, typically if I apply any eyeliner on my waterline, it's faded quite a bit, if not, worn away completely. That is just not the case with this one. This one stays all day. It has really good lasting power. So if you're not looking for like an eyeliner to smudge, because it's not quite as blendable as like the Urban Decay liners or even the ColourPop liners, but you're looking for lasting power, this is the one to grab. They have like regular shades or more traditional shades like black and brown and silver, but they do have a few pops of color, which I think are nice. My go-to mascara this month has been the Urban Decay Perversion mascara. I feel like I have a love-hate relationship with like all of my favorite mascaras, and I actually posted on Instagram and asked you guys if you have any mascara recommendations because my go-to mascaras just weren't cutting it this month. I don't know if this happens to you guys, but I go through a phase with different makeup products. Like it just depends on what day of the week it is, what month it is, and I'm like, I hate all of my mascaras. I hate all of my foundations, and I need to, try a new formula. That's how I was feeling about mascara all through the month of February. I don't know why. I think I just kind of miss false lashes, lash extensions, so I think I might try out false lashes again. I just miss having like super intense dramatic lashes when I'm doing just a little bit more of a dramatic look. So anyway, the mascara that I have been reaching for is Urban Decay's Perversion, and I do love this one because it makes my lashes look really dramatic. I actually purchased this one, I think back in December, because I got it as part of a holiday set. So at this point, it's a lot more dried out. Now, when you first try this, it is a very, very wet mascara, and I still like it when I open it for the first time, but I definitely like it a little bit more once it dries out. Mascara is the type of product where sometimes it gets better with age, but mascara isn't something you can hang on to forever. I try to rotate mine out like every 3 to 4 months. 3 if I'm being good, 4 if I'm kind of stretching it. Because this is such a wet formula, I feel like it's the absolute best at like that 3-month mark, just because it has had the chance to dry out a little bit. So it's been extra buildable, extra dramatic, and I do love this one, especially if I'm not wearing any other eye makeup, because I feel like it makes my lashes pop. So even though the rest of my mascaras kind of let me down this month, this is the only one I've really been reaching for and loving. And I just wish, it got to that point where I just absolutely loved it a little bit faster. I still like it in the beginning when I first open it, but it is so, so good at like the 3-month mark. So before I got my hands on the Naked Wild West palette, I was wearing just pink eyeshadow exclusively. I didn't want to reach for anything else. And whenever January and February roll around, I pull out all of my pink makeup. Valentine's Day, all of the brands are releasing pink collections. I almost bought the Natasha Denona Mini Love palette, and I told myself, just skip over it. Just see if you can create some similar looks using the regular Love palette. And I was able to resist the Mini Love. I'm sure I would have loved it. It's a $25 palette. It wouldn't necessarily break the bank, but I am trying to be a little bit more selective about which products I add to my collection. Even though I didn't put a limit on my palette purchases this year, I'm trying not to let that be an excuse to buy everything. And I just feel like when it comes to pink and purple eyeshadow, this palette does it for me. I love using it. You can get a little bit of a softer look, a little bit more of a vibrant look, and the shadows are just so gorgeous. So I definitely rediscovered my love for this palette this month, and I want to make an effort to use this throughout 2021, not just like in February when pink makeup is really big, because it is so gorgeous and I always love how my makeup turns out when I use it. Speaking of pink makeup, I actually really liked ColourPop's Valentine's Day collection as well. I didn't do a full video. I think I featured it on Instagram just because the collection sold out almost instantly, and then when they restocked it, the blushes sold out almost instantly again, and the blushes were really nice. I've actually never been the biggest fan of ColourPop's pressed powder blushes, but I think they've improved the formula where they did with that collection specifically, because they were so blendable, so smooth. So I would have featured them in today's video if you guys could get your hands on them, but I don't know, they haven't announced a restock. I know it's kind of like a touchy subject, and I totally get it. I am not a big fan of like this scarcity marketing tactic, and I know that brands like ColourPop and other brands have been relying on that a lot lately, where they have like a specific amount and then it goes live and it sells out so fast because a lot of people get nervous they're not going to grab it, so it drives up traffic and people want to buy it to avoid the fear of missing out on it. But part of me does wonder if they're just not able to keep up with the demand. Maybe they didn't realize the blushes would sell out so fast. They have so many things going on that I just wonder if they're not able to, manufacture enough quantity of the products people are actually going to want, which kind of ties into the fact that they release so much. So I don't know. I love ColourPop. They make so many of my favorite products, but I haven't been featuring them as much on my channel because it just feels like when I feature something, it's already sold out and then people can't get their hands on it. And, you know, it is really frustrating. One product that is available, actually, I should probably check to make sure this product is still in stock because if it's not, I don't really want to mention it. Okay, it is. This was part of the Valentine's Day collection as well, but this is from Soul Body, which is their sister brand. And typically those products are in stock a little bit more because I don't think they're as popular. But I do enjoy the face and body highlighter in the shade Pink Truffle. So first of all, I like the fact that this is a mini highlighter. Sometimes they release really giant highlighters and I will never make it through a giant highlighter. I'm not someone who uses body highlighter, so I really just use this to highlight my cheeks, and then sometimes I'll like kind of tap it on my eye as like a highlight. So a mini size is perfect for me. I love this color. I'm not usually like a glittery, sparkly highlight fan. I usually prefer more of like a natural shimmer, but when I'm doing more of a dramatic pink look, I do think a little bit of sparkle has been fun, and I think that this looks really pretty on the cheeks. It does, like if you dip your brush in, it does kind of kick up some powder, which is interesting because it is more of a cream product, but it looks really pretty on the cheeks. You could use your finger and kind of blend it into the skin, and I've just been enjoying this one. It took me by surprise because I didn't expect to like it as much as I do. I've also been using this Soul Body body lotion for maybe 2 months at this point, maybe a little bit longer. They did send it to me in PR when it was first released, but I actually repurchased it myself because this smells amazing and it's not overly moisturizing. My skin has been pretty dry this winter, so I do like really moisturizing products, but I hate the feeling when like you take a shower and then you apply body lotion and then you put your clothes on and your clothes stick to your skin. That is the worst feeling in the world. So I like this product because it sinks in very, very quickly, but it does leave my skin feeling moisturized and it smells amazing. If you've tried any of the Soul Body products, they kind of have like this coconut tropical scent to them, and that's what this smells like, but it's not overpowering. I wanted to update you guys and give you like my final reviews on 2 products. I'll still feature them on my channel, but I've tested them thoroughly enough that I've made my mind up about them. The Pacifica Cherry Velvet Matte Translucent Setting Powder is a good option. It's definitely not going to replace the Too Faced Peach Powder for me, which I know I say this in every video, but I've been looking for a replacement and you guys have left a lot of good suggestions I'm going to check out. But I do like this. There are days where I want my skin to look super matte because I know throughout the day my skin's going to get pretty oily, so I want to kick off the day with like a super matte base. That way an hour or 2 into the day it doesn't look as oily as it would if I was using a less intense powder. But there are days where I want more of a natural look and I don't mind if my skin looks a little bit oily, a little extra glowy, and that's when I'll use this product. I typically pair it with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation, so I will apply that and then I'll go in with this with like more of a stippling brush and just kind of press it onto the skin, and it sets my foundation really nicely, but my foundation will wear a little bit more naturally throughout the day. It won't look as matte as long. I feel like I'm over explaining this product. It's a lightweight matte translucent powder that does leave my skin looking matte, but it's not as intense as the Too Faced powder or other mattifying translucent powders I've tried. It's lightweight, it smells like cherries. If you're looking for something like that, you might enjoy this. I don't like the packaging. So it has this cap and you can already see like the powder flying up everywhere, and then it has that like netting. I think the Milk Makeup Blur setting powder is like this as well, and I just find that I get too much product when I use this almost every single time. So I might actually pop this off and like dump it into another container just because I do feel like it gets everywhere and then I end up with too much powder on my face. Also, the scent is incredibly strong. If you hate scented products, definitely skip over this, but I do like this for everyday wear. I think it looks nice. I don't think it will be my go-to during the spring and summer, but during the fall, or I guess it's winter, during the winter, it does work well for an everyday powder. The other product I wanted to share an update on is the Makeup Revolution Liquid Powder Pore Blurring Makeup Serum. I did pick this up because it's supposed to be a dupe for the Farsali Liquid Powder Serum, and it's definitely not a dupe. It's not as mattifying as the Farsali product, but I still like it. And again, I feel like it is a good option during the winter. It does seem to make my skin feel and look very smooth. So if you are dealing with really large pores or even a lot of texture, you might like this product. A lot of smoothing primers are too slippery for my oily skin. So they will smooth out my skin. They'll kind of glide over large pores, but then when I apply foundation on top, it's going to slip and separate so quickly. This product is a little bit more mattifying. So it does have those smoothing properties and those mattifying properties, but it's not going to suck all of the moisture out of your skin. So if you have normal skin, I think you'll enjoy this. Even if you have combo or oily skin, but you don't want something overly mattifying, this is a nice option and I've been enjoying it. It's not quite a dupe for the Farsali product. I've really been enjoying these e.l.f. Mint Melt lip glosses. So I originally purchased the shade Mint Chocolate. That's what I bought when I was just picking up random products from the collection, but I liked it so much that I purchased these two. I think I purchased them before I put myself on my lip gloss no buy, and now I'm on a lip gloss no buy, but these are so nice. They feel like high-end lip glosses in drugstore packaging. They are very smooth, so glossy. They do give your lips a little bit of a tingly feel because they're meant to be plumping glosses, but they look amazing on the lips. There's one more shade that I don't have that's like a sparkly clear, but these are great. And if you're looking for an inexpensive lip gloss to try that's just very glossy, very comfortable, I think you'll enjoy these. The Mint collection as a whole was pretty good. I did enjoy the majority of the products that I tried, but these are probably a standout for me. Actually, there's one more product I told you guys I would update you on. I did get this in my FabFitFun box. It is the Gloss Moderne Clean Luxury Hair Mask. So I didn't have a chance to try it out before I filmed my FabFitFun video, but I did test it out since then, and I really like this. First of all, I love the packaging. I don't know why, but when it comes to hair masks that come in like the tub packaging, they're so difficult for me to use in the shower because I take off the top and then I'm trying to hold the tub and I have the cap. My shower is not very big, so I like go to set the cap down and then I scoop it out and then I have nowhere to put the tub of hair mask. So I'm usually standing there with like the tub of hair mask in one hand and then whatever I scooped out in the other, and then I don't know where to put the tub because there's nowhere to put it where the shower won't hit it, and it's just so frustrating. And I feel like if it was a little bit easier to use, I would use a hair mask so much more regularly. Please tell me you can relate to this because it's probably not that complicated, but I just feel like I either drop the tub or I end up getting a ton of water in it. And I just appreciate that this comes in a squeezy tube. It's just so much easier to use. But this product works really well. I'll be completely honest with you and say I don't usually notice a major difference between hair masks. I feel like the majority of the hair masks that I try work well for me, so I can't say that this one is significantly better than others that I've tried, but it does work well. Some seem to dry my hair out. That is not the case with this one. It did leave my hair feeling very soft, looking really smooth. Anyway, those are all of the products that I loved throughout the month of February. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope that you guys are having a great day. We are so close to spring. It is right around the corner. I mean, realistically, it does snow quite a bit in March if you live in the Northeast, but I'm just waiting for daylight savings where it's brighter, longer, the sun is kind of coming in. I'm just so ready for the spring and I cannot wait for the warm weather. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the last few days of February. I will see you very soon with a new video. Bye.